Hello everyone and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Today I have a nice sequence for you. It's called 11, 12, 4, 3. And in the art of Jin Shin we're working with different locations. We call them SELs or safety energy locations. And there are 26 of them, and when all 26 are open, there is harmony within and without. So today we're going to talk about neck projects. And neck projects is a big thing today because a lot of people have stress or something going on that's really bothering them, or an event that happens in a moment and your neck just tightens up. Neck projects can also be chronic conditions that you can have for many, many, many years. And so this will be a little flow that's very helpful for that. So we're going to jump right in, and we're going to place one hand on our SEL4 on the opposite side. So you're going to cross over to the other side, and you can come around like this or come around like this. If you come around like this, it's nice to either rest your elbow on a pillow or maybe lie back on your couch and just really feel if there's any fullness or tightness in the safety energy location. I'm just going to show it to you. SEL4 is at the level of C1, cervical 1 is right here, and so we're off to the side of that. And it can be closer to the spine or it can be a little more lateral. Just comb your fingers back like this and see if there's any fullness or congestion or a tightness that you can detect. So again, I'm going to hold it like this because I kind of like this heart opening feeling. But again, you can come around like this and then just leave your hands there and then place the other hand on your upper arm, or if you can reach it, you can go to SEL10, which is located right here on the middle of the blade. So if you cannot reach that, you can hold your high 19 like that. So we're holding now SEL4 and SEL high 19 or 10. Traditionally, the flow it's from this book, The Core, and here, this is the flow pattern. Just want to show it to you. Yeah, it says SEL10, but SEL10 can be hard to reach for some people. So for that reason, we just hold the high 19. So yeah, while I'm talking, just hope that you will continue to practice, and you can just leave your hands there and start to feel the energy movement in the body, starting to feel the energy harmonize. And how you can feel this is that you will feel pulsation come up to from the different spots, from the different locations into your fingertips. So from SEL4, I will start to feel a pulsation, and from SEL high 19, I will start to feel pulsation. And that is the energy movement, the energy spiraling all the way from skin surface to core. So that's the movement of energy, and holding it and feeling for this energy movement is really a form of meditation, because there's not really a way that we can think about a lot of other things when we are truly listening to the energy movement. Both SEL high 19 or 10, if you're holding 10, and SEL4 help to clear the chest line. So it helps to harmonize our feelings. And feelings has all to do with our child ego state. It helps our creativity and free expression. So yes, when we have feelings coming up, we often feel it right at our chest line. And so SEL4 and SEL high 19 or 10 helps to harmonize that. And I like to hold it like this also, or again, come around like this. But this is almost like giving yourself a big hug, which feels comfortable to me. So if you are flexible in your arms, then you can do this. If you are unable to move your neck to one side, then often you have the side of your neck where it feels tight, and it often comes from the opposite shoulder. So if you cannot turn your head, let's say this way, it often comes from this side of the shoulder. So if the tightness comes from this side of the neck, there is a tension in the opposite shoulder. And so that is why this flow is very dynamic for neck and shoulder projects. As you can see, we're clearing here this side of the shoulder, and we're clearing this side of the neck. So let's take one more breath here. Very nice. All these locations have a spiritual meaning and a practical meaning, and I'm just going to read a little bit from the core textbook for you. SEL4 is from formless to form, unconsciousness to consciousness, and spirit into matter. So SEL4 is also called the bridge because it bridges all these levels from spirit to matter and matter back to spirit, bridging our consciousness to unconsciousness. So this is always the hold that I use when people feel dizzy or when they're fainting, or even when people are in a coma. Then SEL4 can be dynamic for the person in the coma to make their choice which way they decide to go. And so let's take just one more breath on the 10, and then we're going to move our hand to SEL9, which helps to clear the waistline. Or if this is hard for you to reach, you can hold to 19. And we're going to move our hand from the 4, we're going to move it to SEL12. So by holding both these locations, we are clearing the waistline. And the waistline is where our ego lives. We are holding SEL12 and SEL9, and both of these clear the waistline. I'm going to read you a little bit about SEL12. The universal meaning: surrender to universal mind and release ego, trusting our innate wisdom. And when we so this is both for the 9, clearing the waistline, and also 12. And in the waistline lives our mind, our thoughts, and our ego. So if we are able to let go and trust, then we can be harmonized and live in universal energy. And so this is important because, of course, we are human beings, and so we have an ego. So there is definitely a place for it. But there's also a place to surrender and to trust and let it go. And if you're very much into doing and trying to control things and really pushing things and forcing things and unable to surrender, then you probably will find a lot of tightness in your SEL12. And just to show you, SEL12 is located right here at the middle of the neck. So it's about at C4. So this was C1, and then this is C4. And then just comb your fingers back a little bit more lateral and see where there is any tightness or congestion for you. You may feel a tight muscle, or it could be even an emptiness, but most of the time it's a tight muscle, because when we stress and when we're not exhaling, the muscles tighten up, and we can just feel it. And just by holding it like this, it will slowly start to release. So again, if SEL9 is difficult for you to hold, you can hold to 19. So both 12 and 19 harmonizing the waistline. That's where our adult ego stay lives, and that has all to do with our executive functioning and our mind. So you can see how all 3, body, mind, and spirit, are important because they are a part of us. They live in our body and they live in our total being, and it's important that all 3 are in harmony. And this little flow actually harmonizes all 3 of these. It harmonizes the chest line by holding the 4, the waistline by holding the 12, and then let's move our hand now to 11, where we clear the hip line, helping our body, our physical body, and bringing in the joys of our lives. And often when we have stress in our lives, we put it right here at our 11s, and 11s help us to unload. So it's important that we hold our safety energy location 11. You can hold it every day for a few moments or even longer to make sure that these muscles are relaxed so that we can exhale and let go. We'll take a nice deep breath here and then see if there's any transformation. We're always looking for the transformation in the safety energy location. So again, you can be closer to the center line or be more lateral, and for everybody that's different. So find your true unique safety energy location and explore and understand what's going on in your body. And in that way, Jin Shin is really an art. We are exploring and it's always changing. There's not one right way or one right flow to do. We have to really explore, and also we change day to day. Sometimes you have more older stuff coming up, maybe stuff from the past or stuff from your family that will manifest on the left side. Or you may have a stressful situation during the day and then your right 11 may get tight. So that's why we're always exploring and learning what's going on. CL11, justice, power of creativity to express the dynamic self. So yes, when we are too stressed or when our 11s get up too high, we are unable to fully express ourselves because our thoughts are jumbled and we cannot focus. And so it's very important to exhale, let go, and then we feel our true self coming through, and then we can function and live from that place, which is a better place to live, I would say. And then the last step is taking our hand from the 19 and we're going to place it on a ring finger, and the ring finger helps to open up the lungs, and whatever opens up the lungs helps everything in the body, so certainly the neck and the shoulders. So as you can see, this is a dynamic flow for neck and shoulder project. I'm just going to review the other side briefly. So we're going to place our hand on SEL4 and high 19 or 10. And then we're going to move down to 12 and 19 or 9, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then to 11. And then we're going to take our hand from the 19 to the ring finger. And that's it, this wonderful little flow. I really use it a lot on many clients. I call it the flow of today. It's for this day and age, really dynamic, simple. So yeah, please share it with a friend or a loved one, and use it on yourself as often as you like. So I thank you all so much for joining, and please share the video with a friend or loved one if you find it helpful, and enjoy the art of Jin Shin. Thank you. Bye.